Good morning class. Welcome back to your online class. So in our before holiday we have already completed one chapter, sound and noise. I have assigned you with the question and answer from that particular chapter. I hope you have written it in your copy, right? So today we'll start new chapter which is also included in your fourth unit test, that is work and energy. Okay, so the name of the chapter is work and energy. Okay, so what is work? Okay, let us imagine a scenario. Okay, I asked one of the student to go and pull a chair from one corner to another. Okay, student simply went and what did he do? He pulled the chair from one corner and he placed it to the another corner. Okay, now while pulling a chair he is applying the force, and while he is applying the force he is able to move that chair from that place to the another place. Okay, understood the scenario, right? So what's happening? The children, that particular children is able to take the chair from one corner to another by applying a force. So that's work. Okay, whenever we apply a force in order to move an object and the object moves, then we can call it that work has been done. Okay, and I asked another student to come and just keep on pushing this wall. Okay, if that particular student came and he kept on pushing the wall, will he be able to move this wall from this point to another point? No. Even if he applies a force, even if he applies a lots of force, he will not be able to move this wall from one point to another, right? So here he is applying the force, but he is not being able to move the wall from one point to another. So here you cannot say that work has been done. Okay, when can you say that work has been done? Only if you are applying a force and you are being able to move the object where you are applying the force. Okay, in first scenario, by applying the force, the student was able to pull the chair from one corner to another, but in second scenario, though he was applying a lot of force in order to push this particular wall, but he was not able to move the wall. So in second scenario, you cannot say that work has been done. You can call only when the object moves. Okay, in the direction where you are applying a force, only if the object moves in that particular direction, then you can say that work has been done. Okay, I hope you understood. When can you say that whether work has been done or not? You can go through the other example. Okay, that's given in your book and you can look around yourself. Okay, and you can cite the example of your own. Next, what is energy? Okay, in first scenario, when I asked that particular student to pull the chair from one corner to another, and if he did not have proper energy, would he be able to do that particular work? No, he would not be able to do the work. So you define energy as ability or capacity to do work. Okay, ability or capacity to do work is referred to as energy. Okay, energy and work is directly related. More you have energy, more work you can do. Less you have energy, less work you can do. Okay, now energy can be divided into different types, about which we will be going in detail too. Okay, so the types of energy are your mechanical energy, electrical energy, heat energy, chemical energy, light energy, solar energy, Okay, wind energy, hydropower. These are the different types of energy. Okay, first let us talk about what is mechanical energy. Okay, whenever a body is in rest or it's in motion, it always possesses an energy. That energy is referred to as mechanical energy. Okay, so you all have played with that what do you call top, right? Or in commonly it is also known as lattu. You have played with that, right? So what do you do before throwing it onto the ground? You wound it with the thread. Okay, you wound it with the thread, that particular top. Okay, so when it is in rest, it is having a potential energy. So when you throw it on the ground, what happens? Automatically it starts rotating, right? So potential energy has been converted into kinetic energy. So whenever any object is in motion, it possesses kinetic energy, and whenever an object or any body is in rest, it possesses potential energy. Okay, the moving fan. If you go and if you switch on the electricity and once you switch on the electricity, the fan starts moving, right? If you go and place your finger, what will happen to your finger? Your finger will be chopped off, right? Because that particular fan is having certain energy, kinetic energy. So when that is in motion, whenever that fan is moving, okay, it possesses certain energy because of which your hand is being able to chop off. Okay, so you understood about mechanical energy. Now next is your electrical energy. Okay, in our everyday life, electricity is generated in electric power station and then supplied to our houses. With the help of this electric energy only, we are able to use different kind of appliances at our house, and we are being able to make our life easier. Okay, just imagine your life without fan, television, the phone that you are using. Okay, it would be really hard for us to live that way, right? Because we are habituated now of using different appliances at our home. So that is all run on electric power. Okay, then now next is your heat energy. The main source of heat on the earth is your sun. Okay, now heat is also produced by burning of different kind of fuels, okay, or burning of coal, wood. In that process also heat is produced. Okay, so heat, that's heat, and heat energy is also like used. What if electricity is directly related to heat energy too, right? Okay, so you have your toaster at home. Okay, all those produces heat and possess heat energy. Okay, and different kind of appliances also. Okay, now next one is your chemical energy. Okay, you have battery at home. It has certain chemical stored in it. Okay, and which is then converted into electricity, and then it is also used for running different appliances at home, or it is used for running different things. Okay, then you have light energy. The main form of light on the earth is obviously sun, right? So other than light, other than sun, okay, we also have a man-made light energy. Light energy, what does it do? It enables us to see the things around us. Electric bulb, all these possess light energy. Okay, because they enable us to see the world around us. Okay, in the absence of in the absence of light, sun at night, we are able to visualize the thing around us with the help of this electric bulb, tube light, different light appliances. Okay, these all possess light energy. Then solar, directly related to sun. So we are nowadays switching towards this renewable source of energy, because non-renewable source of energy, it's being exhausted, and once it's exhausted, it takes millions and millions of years to get renewed. That's why we are switching towards renewable source of energy, and one of the renewable source of energy is solar energy. We are harvesting the sun's energy and then utilizing it for doing our everyday work, like we are harvesting solar energy and then lighting up the street. We are using solar cooker. In this particular country yet it's not that efficient enough, okay, yet the appliances have not been designed, but there are certain countries where they are fully utilizing the solar energy for doing the everyday work. Then you have wind energy. We have seen big turbines, right, which moves with the flow of the wind, and then that turbines help in generating the electrical energy, okay. Then hydropower, use of the water in order to generate electricity. Hydropower, here you are using water, okay. The river is the water from the river is harvested and then it is used for generating electricity. So those are where the different types of energy, okay. In our next class we will be discussing about two types of energy, that is renewable source of energy and non-renewable source of energy in detail, okay. Like I told you, what is renewable source of energy, right? Renewable source of energy means even if we use it again and again, it's not going to be exhausted, okay. Like solar energy, wind energy, water energy, these are not going to be exhausted even if we utilize it, overutilize it, right. But there are certain energy like use of coal or petroleum, these are going to get exhausted if we do not restrict its use now itself, right, because stocks are getting exhausted now. So we are switching into the renewable source of energy these days, okay. So we will be discussing about those two topics in our next class, okay. Thank you so much. Just go through whatever I have taught you. It's a very brief chapter regarding work and energy, so just go through it. And then in next class I will continue with the very short topic, that is what is renewable, what is non-renewable source of energy and the examples of it, okay.